What is up, you guys? It's your boy Hector here, and I know I've been missing for like about 8 months. That's the last video that I posted on my YouTube channel, but I have a lot to explain, and here's an update video and just a lot of explaining, but I'm not gonna try to talk too much. So the reason why I was gone for 8 months or haven't posted for 8 months was I joined welding school. I wanted to learn how to weld, so I wanted to pursue my career as a welder and hopefully get a job later on. I just graduated, and October 25th was my graduation date, and I learned stick welding, MIG welding, flux, and TIG welding, and it was a lot to learn, but I'm glad that I learned those things, and hopefully I can use those in my future builds and also on this car, which I want to do a couple things, a little welding here and there. But other than that, here is the Monte Carlo and how it's sitting right now. The last video that I posted, you did not see an engine sitting in this car. I was barely prepping it and painting it, the engine bay, the frame, the firewall and all. But now the LQ4 is actually sitting in the car right now. I'm pretty sure I did show you guys that I bought the Heli kit with the energy suspension bushings, the Holley motor mounts. I had to relocate the motor mounts, had to push them backwards because I accidentally placed them in the first hole and they were not supposed to be on the first hole. I pushed them an inch back and now it's sitting perfect. The reason why I had to push it back was my power steering. My power steering pulley was hitting my gearbox right here. So that's what was the main issue of me having to make the motor go back. So let me go ahead and flip this camera over. So benefits of me knowing about welding now. I can go to school and weld anytime I want, which is pretty cool. I'm going to use these oil pans off the 5.3 and the LQ4. I'm gonna cut them and re-weld them. I'm gonna shorten them and probably sell them and make some money off of them. I mean, I know you can just buy the Holley pan like I did, but I mean, I know how to weld now, so I can go ahead and cut them, re-weld them, and it might be useful for me for another vehicle or just someone else, and I can make some money and use that towards this build. I just threw on the fan clutch. I not intended on using it at all. I'm gonna use an electric fan setup, but that's just later on. I want to show you guys how I put this engine on the car. I do have some clips that I did actually record while I was in school, while I was doing all of this. I was trying to do videos and go to school at the same time, but I just never had time to edit. Editing videos is just so much work, and I just never had time to do it. So right now I'm going to go ahead and post some videos of me putting the engine on the Monte Carlo. All right guys, we just adjusted the straps, and now we're going to go ahead and lift the engine and tranny, put it in the car.
Ahora sí, eso porque no hemos acabado. Bueno, ahora paramos.
I'm just trying to do it right now. Let's check it out. Put the jack under the car so it can get the transmission, so it can go ahead and, you know, kind of level the engine so it can sit on those engine mounts. So we're about to do that right now. But yeah guys, it's looking really good though. I'm liking it. The only problem that we ran into was the headers that I bought on eBay. This one's rubbing on the passenger side, it's rubbing on the upper control arm, and on the driver's side it's hitting on the steering shaft column. All right, guys, so now that I showed you what I've done so far to the car, as you can see, this is where it stands right now. And as what I'm doing right now is putting the fender, core support, this other fender, I'm trying to put the whole front clip back together. Even though the engine is not ready yet, I'm just trying to have the front end back together, just because it bothers me that I don't, see no progress. So if I can at least put the front end clip on and be able to work on the car or the engine, work on the rest of the stuff that I need, then at least I will see some progress from there. But right now, tonight, I just took off this fender, off this original front clip that was on this car. I might not use this front SS nose because it's bent and it has a crack right there, as you can see, and I just need some adhesive and some stuff to repair it. But I might just use that SS front nose instead of this one. I mean, I have two of them. This core support right here is still good, still solid, but I have some rust spots on that one, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the 88 core support, same thing. This one doesn't have that many rust spots. This one does, from right there, as you can see, in there somewhere. So I'm just gonna swap out everything from here to this core support, which is just a hood latch, headlight brackets, headlights, and I think that's it. I mean, there's nothing else that I need for this core support. I did buy some core support bushings. They were the wrong ones, but I made it work. I just used some old washers that was for the old core support bushings. I just used those, and I put them on, and they're holding. I just need to put on this last fender. I need to put on these two bolts on the fender, then I'll be able to tie on the core support onto the fender. All right, guys, so now I can concentrate more in explaining on what I've done already. I went ahead and got a standalone harness from Matthew LS Harnesses. He's a guy on Facebook, really good guy. Made me this awesome harness for my LQ4 for the G-body Monte Carlo swap. And yeah, like I said on the previous videos, it's an LQ4 480 transmission, automatic. And I'm not done with wiring or anything like that. Got some nice Corvette wheels that I do want to put on, but it's back spacing is really bad. I was welding some bucket seats, seat brackets for my floor pan, since these had bench seats. As you can see, I have a bucket seat right there, and I did do the driver's side already. These are some shitty welds that I did with the flux core welder, Harbor Freight machine, as you can see right here. I really wish I have a MIG welder. Now that I know how to weld, it'll be a lot easier for me to do it with a MIG welder. But other than that, guys, as you can see, I have the wiring from the ECU. Well, the ECU should be around there. Actually, I don't have it plugged up. It's somewhere around there. But other than that, all these wires, as you can see, all these wires that I'm pointing at right now, that's what goes on to the speedometer and all that good stuff. So I will be doing a dash removal because I have an SS dashboard with everything. I have the steering column, as you can see right there. So a lot of you guys don't know. I didn't tell none of you guys, but I had to sell the 88 Monte Carlo. The reason why, I was having some financial issues and I just had to get rid of it. It was going to be a long project for me, and not only that, I have to finish this car, and it was just going to be a money pit in a way. I mean, I can always get another G-body, and I really wanted to restore that car because it was T-top. But I just couldn't do it. So had to get rid of it. I sold it for like 500 bucks, and I mean, I paid $400 for it. So I ended up winning because I kept some of the SS parts. I kept the SS dashboard, the SS steering column, and a couple other parts that I salvaged, like this front nose right here. other than that, let me try to think. What else? All right, guys, so I just have so much to talk about, even though I did not want to talk on this video, because I know videos that just a lot of talking is boring. But also I did buy an air compressor. Is 21 gallon from Harbor Freight. It was like 160 bucks. It was all right. But I did do a little bit of painting. I bought some Rust-Oleum paint, and I went ahead and painted the inner fender on this fender. This was from the 88 Monte Carlo SS. I switched it onto this car because the other one is dented, and I'm trying to keep this car dent free, so whenever I take it to my local paint shop. So I just finished painting the core support. I tried doing my best, spraying it. It looks decent. The fender is already done. It's already been dry. I put it on. I just need to put on those two bolts right there. And those two bolts right there, I put the hood latches on. Yeah, I need to get out this garage. I'm getting high off the fumes of this spray paint. So yeah. Meanwhile, Victor's over here cooking up some Vegetas. You can't see right now, but I'll put that light. Oh, them Vegetas are cooking. Oh yeah. Oh, a little sauce on them. A little bit of sauce. If y'all ain't Mexican, y'all don't know nothing about this. Oh boy, shit.